Okay, this is the menu bar, right? This is where we got the file new future, right? The Control N. Good. Now I'm going to show you how to open existing file. Say for example, of course, I told you that you have different workspace already. Before then, let's say we just want to open an existing file. You come to File, come to Open, or you use Control O, click on it. It gives you room for you to select a picture. So let's just come open a file here. Just open one. Now this is a picture here. I downloaded it from on Splash, on Splash.com. So we give them credit for that. You can get amazing photos from on Splash.com. Okay, good. Now just open existing file, right? Now this is, let me show you through the workspace. This is menu. This is a menu bar where you have all the commands, all the menus, or you can call them commands or menus. So you have the file, the edit, the image, layout, the type. When you see type, is a text tool, or it's responsible for typing text in the Photoshop environment. So you have the select, you have the filter, the 3D, the view, Windows help. Then the next to it, directly under it, is called the option bar. The option bar, it changes basically to the features of the toolbox. Is a dynamic bar that actually adjusts to the settings or further settings of the toolbox. Now this is the toolbox here, so I'm going to carry them. But before I carry them, I want to show you. See these dotted lines closely. You can move all from this space. So you can carry toolbox. You can carry the option bar too. You can carry this. So you can also take it back and adjust. So that basically you can adjust them, right? This is a toolbox too. You can adjust them, right? Good. Likewise, all these ones too. They have theirs that you can always carry and adjust and just take it back. Now, if you're wondering how that is done, when it changes, when I'm moving it back to the elastic window, you'll notice that it changes to blue. So when it changes to blue, you just release it. You carry and drop. That's what it means. You carry and drop, right? Okay, good. Just carry and drop. Now this is the workspace. The workspace, this is a workspace. This is where you do your work, your design, your art, anything you want to do. Basically, this is a workspace. Now, and this is a toolbox here. The toolbox contains over 70 tools where you can, select and do amazing stuff on the workspace. It's just like a toolbox for a carpenter, or toolbox for someone who is into fashion design and all of that. So, but you as a designer, um, this is your toolbox. So this is what you have to be acquainted with to know what to achieve a particular design with. So let's continue. Good. Now the question that comes to mind is, how do I bring in all these things? Because we're talking about navigating the Photoshop space, Photoshop environment. So in case you don't see this, the option bar, how do we bring them in? So there's a window. This window menu basically is responsible for bringing all this amazing, layout, style, layout palette, color swatches, and all the stuff. You can get them, the toolbox, you can get them from the Windows. So you come, like if I click on the option now, you see that the option just left. It's no longer there. But if I want to bring it back, I'll just click on the option, right? We're talking about navigating the space, the Photoshop space. So the Windows, if you click on Tools, the Tools is out. When I click on Tools, when I come back to Windows, click on Tools, it brings it back. So if I want to bring it and make it just be attached to the Windows, I'll just carry it gently, holding the left button of my mouse and drag it, close and drop it. That is very clear. So the next one is, you can come to Swatches. Now this is Swatches here. It's just where it contains all your colors, the dark, gray, the light, pure, dark, darker, pale, and all of those beautiful stuff. When you click on those arrows, it will show you a breakdown of the colors that under each of the folders, right? Okay, good. So when I click, I can just click on Swatches. It takes it out completely. So I can still click back on it. Come back to Windows, click on Swatches, it brings it back. Right now, this is gradient. You can also get that too. This is gradient. Everything is literally on the swatches. So this gradient, this is pattern, this is color. You can get all the colors you want. You can adjust just by dragging, and you pick the color. We'll come to using colors. So let's take it step by step, right? Okay, good. Now the next one, look at layers. Now this is a layer palette. when you click on it, it's out. So when you go click back on it, yeah. Or if you notice, there's what a layer. There's a shortcut here, just F7, F7 on the keyboard. It will bring you back, right? So then there's another one, color. Colors out. Then you bring it in color. Mind you, color basically has all the attachments. It's literally on the same panel with the swatches, the gradients, the pattern, and all of that. So all those beautiful stuffs, you can actually always bring them back in to the Photoshop environment. Now this is where you work. This is a dark environment. You can set it also. This is a dark environment. So this is what the toolbox. Don't forget. So two presets. All the stuffs you can bring them. All this channels, brushes, adjustments. You can always bring them back just from the windows, right? I hope that you find that very interesting. So yes, then you can change your workspace also. This is, you can come to Windows, come to workspace. I take for example, I want to do maybe motion, 3D, graphics, photography. If I click on photography, you adjust the workspace or the Photoshop environment to something that will suit what? Photo editing, photography. Do you understand? So you see something like histogram, navigator, and all of that. So come back and change it to motion. It brings things relating to motion here, create video timeline, and all of those good stuff. So